All right, Chris, how are we looking out there today?
Luckily, our forecast is trending in a good direction. The last thing we need is any excessive rainfall. Right. We need time to dry out, and that's shaping up nicely. Now, there is going to be a chance for rain today, but you don't need the rain that's going to go on for hours. We don't have anything like that. The tropics are A-OK right now. Now, we do have a lot of activity that's happening out there, but these are referred to as fish storms, meaning they only impact the fish out in the middle of the Atlantic. No threat to land, at least as of yet, over the next 7 days. Temperatures in the low 80s is really going to be our main point over the coming days, and then rain chances really just today. So check it out. I have a high of around 80 degrees here in Charlotte, up in the mountains that are just dealing with everything that we just mentioned. 71 degrees in Boone. A heartbreaking situation, but as I mentioned, at least the weather is going to behave for some of this cleanup, and it looks like our high temperatures are going to be trending down over the next 10 days, hovering in the lower 80s over the next 4 to 5, and then we have the upper 70s through this weekend, and then the mid 70s. So definitely feeling a little bit more October-like. That it's kind of tough to think that today is October 1st. That's right, and we're actually going to start to see some of those lower temperatures a little bit later on. That's also my concern for the mountains, that we have to realize it's October, that it is going to start to get colder soon. So that's not going to be a chapter that we have to talk about right now, but something to really kind of keep in the back of our minds. And as far as our rainfall chances go, you might have a slight chance for rain on Wednesday and Thursday. I think today is the better chance going forward, and then it will be late on Monday heading into Tuesday, and then outside of that, nothing really widespread. We're not really looking like a wet pattern that's going to sneak in, at least for the time being. So here's what's going on right now. We have a trough that moves through. You have this front that's trying to fire up a shower or two. I think you might see that late on Wednesday, and then eventually this is going to pass. It takes its sweet time. Better chance for Charlotte compared to the mountains, so good news there. And then you can see behind this system really nothing but clear sky, not a lot to look forward to, or maybe something to look forward to, because sunshine will be upon us. So that front is going to stall out a little bit. Here's what a rainfall chance looks like today. As I mentioned earlier, I think it's about that 2 o'clock window that we start to see our first shower or storm start to bubble up. Once you get to about 4 o'clock, we're seeing a little bit extra activity starting to slide its way in from Taylorsville down to Hickory in the northern part of Cleveland County. This evening, we're still going to keep some of these active cells around. Some of these could be heavy at times. They're slow movers as well, so don't be surprised if an hour could be wet to even big downpour, especially along the I-77 corridor for the time being. And then once you get after midnight, I think all of these are starting to fizzle out. And then tomorrow, we'll have a slightly better chance for a little bit of sunshine. How much rain? Not much. Less than 1/10 of an inch by far. Most of these just barely a trace to maybe 1/100 of an inch when all is said and done. So our Guy Roofing 70 forecast, I'm showing you that today is one of the cloudier days that we have. You will see a nicer mix of clouds and sunshine for your Wednesday. As I mentioned, slight chance for a rain shower or two, but all in all, it's going to be really a nice set of days as we work our way into the weekend. So if you have any weekend plans, we're looking at temperatures that are going to be either side of 80 degrees. At that point, also, it gets a little bit drier, still going to be on that humid end, and then we have the upper 70s as we work our way into next week. Now, what you don't see for day 8 heading into 9, we'll have a cold front that brings us back to the mid 70s. So not a bad Tuesday, but